Hi.
Hi, back to you.
So we're doing a little bit of tour of my land, my little corner of paradise. New woodshed. So if you point that way, there's my house. So
There's the
it's
house.
very much a building site at the moment, all my different building materials. My
Hence
caravan that is my bedroom.
the builder's caravan
Yeah,
that you're sleeping
builder's
in.
van.
Look at this
And
van of
all
irony.
the
I've
way
got to
from
just
Walthamstow.
focus in on the irony here. Look at the home energy
Oh, it's going
efficiency.
to be energy efficient.
Combo CDTI. Look at that. Fighting climate change with every gallon of
Diesel.
diesel.
It's
It's
very economical.
insulation, draft proofing, home benefits. And thank you, National Lottery. A tax on the poor.
The most exciting bit over here for me is the lime.
Oh,
I've been
fantastic.
making lime, like quick lime into lime putty, and that's what I'm using on the render and the paint, and also I will be.
Oh,
I'm not going to delve
lovely.
in there actually, but I can mix it. Hang on, let me just show you. It's like yogurt underneath. That is lime putty
Lovely.
maturing, and that is the magic ingredient, the cheap magic ingredient for repairing my home, or most of it.
And that is basically natural building.
It is, yeah, Calviva, and lower carbon than cement. Hopefully, more cement in my house. There's already been a lot of cement when the builders came in, and from now on in, lime and clay.
And actually easier once you get the gear up going.
Yeah,
Easier than all that cement stuff,
easier,
really.
more economical, hugely more, environmentally friendly, and yeah, it's just a beautiful material to work with. So this is my border. That little bit you can't really see because it's all grown over with bracken. But there's a sort of semicircle there behind the tree that's mine, and then the driveway goes through here down to the friend's land. That's the back of my building there with the Martin's water tower that he built.
Tower
And
of power.
the lean-to. The lean-to that is basically keeping water off the back of the building because it was built into big granite boulders. I'm just going to quickly show you. So this is the last wall that I'm covering up. So this is how ugly it was before. It was all breeze block on that side. And now the first coat of render has gone on the scratch coat. And it's really, really transforming it. I'm just so happy to get rid of those bloody breeze blocks.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so I'll do the next lot when Ian stops distracting me with videos of Pyrenees.
Well, you got to have some distractions, haven't you? You can't be just.
And he's about to distract me with lots of guitar playing, which I'm very excited about because I haven't heard
Yeah.
Ian playing the guitar for quite a while. So these are the border stones. They've all the land here has got border stones.
Ooh.
And that's how you know where the edge of your land is. Plus you do a walk around with the owner when you're signing the promissory.
With the entire family.
So you
We've
sign
all-
the promissory just with one person, and then when you actually sign the final contract, their whole family has got to be there, which is a very moving experience to have both the brothers and their wives all agree that they can sell it over to you.
And they all have the chance to say no.
Absolutely, yeah. Even his wife, she's got dementia, she's in a home, she's got 3 years to
Oh my God.
become non-demented, and I'm not allowed to have it anymore.
He's crazy. He's crazy. Have they not heard of, title deeds, property, land registry, and all those proper things? The property,
I know, it feels weird. I'm not the owner of this land, I'm a temporary guardian,
Aw.
as we all know. Behind is my hammock area.
Oh yes,
The
I had to go in the
inside out
hammock
area.
this afternoon. I can verify it's a great thing to lie in a hammock.
And it's attached to an apple tree, and beautiful, really some of the most beautiful hazel stands I've ever seen, with just amazing mosses and lichens. It's very wet
yeah.
here and in the winter, and there's a lot of moss and a lot of lichen, and I can hardly tell what tree is what because they're usually covered. When they're in the winter, it's like, I have no idea what it is. Autumn tree. So this field used to be potatoes, maize, beans. And when I bought the land, they're like, "You're going to be able to grow so many potatoes on this land." And I was like, "No, I'm not." So it's hopefully going to have lots more broadleaves coming through. At the moment, it's quite half hay and half sort of marsh plants because I've got water coming in at the top end of the field. And if any pines come in from the local forestry or eucalyptus, I'll pull them up, but they're not in here yet. But yeah, happy to see oak coming up, hawthorn coming up. Lots of vines around the edges. So most of my land has got this wall, amazing wall around it. And the walls themselves are protected from the water. They've got huge holes in. Hopefully I won't fall down one now as we speak.
Hopefully I won't be so focused on the stunning camera work that I fall down a hole.
They act as drains so that the wall doesn't get damaged when the water is flooding later on in the year. So this is one here. It's got lots of vines climbing out of it at the moment.
Ooh.
And I'll probably have to weed that at some point.
Weed vines? Wait a minute. After they've fruited and you made wine, yeah?
I don't water them, so unfortunately they're just vines gone wild.
What?
Everything's gone wild. Old apple tree or a grape tree.
A grape tree?
Yeah.
Grapes on a tree?
Yeah, the vines just climb over everything. So this tree was just like thickly covered with grapevines when I got it, and I've left one big strand, but I wanted to rescue the apple tree underneath as well.
The lichen is fucking cool, isn't it?
Very cool. This is an old fig tree, so we had a really late frost, all the leaves came out.
Not sure we caught that. What's this?
This is an old fig tree. I'm going to really have to prune it very hard because there's very few leaves on it. It's got a lot of dead stuff, and it's just going to come back to life, I think, if I really hard prune it back. The leaves came out once, and a hard frost came and it killed about 3 or 4 of my fruit trees, the small ones, and it didn't do this one any favours either, so it's only just coming back out. There's 1 fruit on there, I think. So yeah, I think it needs some first aid. Again, the adjoining wall. I'm going to go up there in a minute. Lots of Viper's bugloss.
Ooh, what's that called?
Don't ask me what it's good for.
Oh, what it's called?
Oh, Viper's bugloss.
Right.
There's not a lot of wildflowers in here because it's very rich. We had the horse and the donkey on here last year, so there's lots of horse shit. So yeah, after a few years of not having any animals on here, it'll probably have a lot more wildflowers. My shit pit, that's where
lovely. Let's have a look at Jacqueline's shit pit. Oh, there's got to be a shit pit in paradise.
No shit to be seen. So yeah, it's just a bucket and chuck it system.
Bucket and chuck it, like it. Oh, look, not many wildflowers.
Yeah, but you go some places and there's just like thick fields of them. This is a hay field at the moment. From the horses pooing out lots of nice seeds and then fertilising them. I'm trying not to burn anything, so there's lots of piles of brambles where I had to clear by the house. You can see the house from here now. There's a whole group, there's the little copse of oaks, and the brambles were like 6 foot high under there, but I had to clear them because of fire regulations. But I didn't clear the oaks, so I just have to hope that they don't burn my house down. Oh, we're not going to go in there probably because it's a little bit...
Should we get up on the rock and...
Yeah, so we have to go back a minute. So down there is the well. There's like a beautiful old well. And there's also a water mine in the field above that belongs to the neighbours. The water comes in all year long from that water mine. It's beautiful water to drink. It's just that when they spray, then it's not yummy to drink.
Right. Do you want to show us the well?
If you want to, yeah. So most of the year I can't walk in this bit of the field. I need wellies.
Really? In the summer?
Yeah, I mean, it's still quite boggy in lots of areas. That's why there's so many of these.
Yeah.
This hemlock family growing here. There's lots of little areas that have been dug up by the wild boar.
Ooh, wild boar.
I haven't seen the wild boar. They only come at night, or maybe when I'm not even living here. But yeah, they dig up a lot of the field, which is totally fine by me. I'm happy for any wildlife to be coming here. That's what I want. And the birds go on these plants a lot. I'm not the right person to speak to about the different species, unfortunately. And the shepherds, they bring their sheep and goat herds in here. But I think they do it less now that I'm here. But they know that they've got free rein over here when I'm not here. And the thing is that they never stay very long, so they won't usually damage the young trees. The shepherd stays with them the whole time. And when I first arrived, I was chatting to her one day and said, bring them over, please bring your sheep over, even though I'm still here. And the next day I got beautiful fresh cheese from her.
Nice.
Really lovely. And had to practice my Portuguese, which is truly terrible.
Not bad, actually. A million times better than mine.
Ian came along to my Portuguese class. The government-run Portuguese classes here for people that want to become citizens, and I'm not trying to be a citizen, but they just invited me to come along anyway. Most of the people that I know in the valley that are foreigners who go to the class might come around this side.
Yep.
I don't know if you're going to see under it actually. So when I arrived in February, this well was right to the top. And then
Can't really see it
just
now,
that it's
can you?
not sealed properly, so it's just draining out. So eventually I'll have to do work on the well to seal it. And then that goes up to the IBC tanks with a big pump. And my IBC tanks feed into the house and to wherever else I need it. So behind the house is a very big pine tree. Very controversial. I want to keep it. Various people want to think it should be chopped down because it will actually crush my house and my caravan and my car if it comes down because it's leaning that way, possibly.
Pros and cons, yeah.
What's wrong with my car?
Crushed
But
house.
then since Ian's
One
arrived,
more fucking pine tree.
he's brought shitloads of wind with him.
Wind?
Wind,
Wind.
yeah, you're very windy.
I am quite windy, it's true. I've had to seek medical advice.
And so yeah, I think sadly that pine tree has to go. It's not native anyway to this area and it's part of the forestry thing, but it's beautiful, but it's just too big a risk. If it does catch fire, then everything goes.
Right. Well, that's a large chunk. I'm going to stop there.
Yeah.